guys, welcome back to my channel and another swatch and review. Today I have swatches for the brand new Adam Lambert by Orly High Drama collection. This is a 6-piece curated collection that Adam Lambert did in partnership with Orly. This was sent to me in PR by Orly. They also sent me Adam Lambert's new CD, which, as you can see, I still haven't opened because I don't have a CD player. And so I'll figure it out. We'll get there. I guess I have Spotify. I could just look it up on Spotify and then give somebody this CD. I don't know anybody who still uses CDs. When I opened this package, I'm going to be honest, I pulled this out and I was like, what is that? Like, I was born in the generation of CDs, and even I was like, what is that? Like, I had never seen a CD before in my life. I don't know what happened. It's just been that long since I've used a CD. Just a fun little tidbit. So this is the High Drama collection, and it definitely lives up to the name. It has 5 shimmers and then 1 glitter topper. And part of the proceeds of this collection will be donated to the Stand With Trans Foundation. I will put a link to the charity in my description box if you're interested in taking a look. The polishes in this collection are $10.50 each, or you can get the full 6-piece collector's box for $63. So like I said previously, this is a curated collection with Orly. What I mean by that is that out of the 6 shades in this box, only one of them is actually new to Orly's line. The other 5 were selected by Adam Lambert. I keep wanting to just call him regular old Adam and be like, yeah, me and Adam, we're besties. But no, Adam Lambert selected 5 of the shades and then created a shade with Orly for the 6th shade in this box. So the new shade is called Berry That, and it's spelled like B-E-R-R-Y. And I'll show you in the live swatches much better footage of this. But it is kind of like a multi-chrome, blue, purpley, kind of deeper, like, this is probably, in my opinion, the most standard multi-chrome color. Like, when I think of a multi-chrome, this is kind of the first color I think of. So that is kind of what you're getting with that. The other 4 polishes that are full coverage are listed as shimmers on the card. And I would say these are all in that kind of streakier shimmer formula that Orly does. As I've said before, in my opinion, Orly has 2 different shimmer formulas. They have their more metallic-y shimmer, where it's a little bit streakier, it's a little bit brush strokey if you're not careful. And then they have kind of like the shimmery dusting type of formula. And these are not that. They are the more metallic-y shimmers. And then in the Moonlight here, this one is listed as a topper. It's like a gunmetal bluey gray type of glitter. And actually, this is one of the first Orly's I ever got in a color pass. So I immediately was like, yeah, I already have that one. I have 3 of the 6 in my collection already. So I'm going to use my bottles in the live swatches, and I'm going to put these 3 new ones untouched into my giveaway pile. I am closing in on 3,000 subscribers. By the time I post this, I might already be there, but I am planning a giveaway and some other things. So, you know, these are going to go in the giveaway pile. But yeah, let's get into the actual live swatches. I'll show you my full hand swatches, and then we'll talk more about my thoughts at the end. So up first, we have the shade that Adam Lambert created himself. This is the one new and unique shade to this collection. It is called Berry That, and it is a deep blue kind of sapphire to a darker purple kind of duochrome or multi-chrome. On that first coat, you can see it's a little bit patchy, but once you put 2 coats on, it is fully opaque. You don't need to layer it over black, although you could if you really wanted to. And this one definitely presents very blue. Then we have Hero Worship. This is kind of a liquid molten gold, kind of bordering to me on antique gold, but not quite. It's a little bit warmer than that. And this is one of those where if you're not careful, it can get a little bit streaky or double up on itself. If you have any imperfections on your nail, you will also see that shine through, as you can see from my full hand swatch photo. This is Fluidity. This is another one of those kind of streakier shimmers. This one has a lot of like glittery particles reflecting back on it. And it's another one that, for me, this one takes a little bit longer to dry. So adding a little bit more time between coats, because it is a thicker base, I feel like is very beneficial. This one, it leans silver, but it has a blue undertone. Then we have In the Moonlight. This one is listed as a topper. I disagree. It has a very jelly black base, but it does build up on that second coat enough. And if you did 3 coats, I think it would be like absolutely opaque. I can't see this being a topper for anything. And it's nice though. Like, it's not streaky or anything like that. Just in order to get full opacity, I think you would need 3 coats, because on my pointer finger you can see a little bit. This is Flight of Fancy. This is kind of a jewel-toned pinky purple. And as you can see, I made the rookie mistake of not turning off the autofocus on my camera. So on these next 2, you might see a little weird focusing. But this one, I feel like, as far as the shimmers go, it's like the least streaky, because those streaks kind of dry down out of it. This is an older swatch photo because I had it in my collection already. Please don't mind me. And then this is Adam's Apple, which I'm convinced Adam Lambert chose just because his name is in it. In the bottle, it looks more lime green, and it still looks lime green on the nail, but it looks a lot lighter and more yellow leaning than I had expected. This one does have some streaks in it, but they did kind of dry down. So what did you guys think of the collection? I want to say right off the bat, like, this is a different type of collection for me to review, because I typically like to review things that are all brand new, and since 5 of these are repromotes, it's a little bit unusual for me to review, but I really liked the message behind it or what it's supporting, so I wanted to review it anyways. Before I get into all of my actual thoughts on the nail polish itself, I just wanted to touch on the charity organization that this is donating money to, which, as I said at the beginning, is called Stand with Trans. So I did check out their website, and what this foundation is a kind of a big support network for trans youth specifically, it seems. And it seems as though they also do a lot of like workshopping with parents to help them better support their trans children, which I thought was really cool and really important. And they have a lot of support groups and things like that listed on their website. They are also local to me. Like, I looked it up, and they're like a couple cities over from me. So I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. I'd never heard of them before. They also have a section on their website called the Trans Lifeline Library, which has a great deal of resources for both trans people and allies. It's got legal help, clothing help, healthcare, and crisis resources. They have a lot going on, so I highly, highly recommend you check out the Stand with Trans website. And like I said, it'll be linked down below in my description. So as far as the collection goes, I'm kind of a sucker for this color scheme. When I first saw it, I was like, that's really interesting, without realizing that it was like, I owned 3 of the colors already. I was like, wow, that's really cool. I like the kind of like darker, moodier side of things. And then you have these kind of like brighter, we have like a jewel tone, and then this like really vibrant, bright pop. And I think all together, it just really worked well for me. Picking a favorite, well, it was definitely not Fluidity, because this was from a collection that I did not care for. So we're just gonna knock that one right out of the park. But the favorites that I had are probably the brand new shade, which is Berry That, Berry. And, you know, I'm a sucker for this kind of like color flip. It's a really deep colored multi-chrome. But then on the other side of things, Adam's Apple. First of all, Adam Lambert, good job. I bet he picked this just for the name and was like, I'm going to make this fit into this collection, because it is definitely the most standout, unusual shade, but I still think it works. But even though this is in that kind of streakier metallic formula that Orly has, that is definitely not my favorite, I really like this color. It's super fun. I feel like this really bridges the gap between spring and summer. This is one of those types of colors where you could definitely get away with this in spring because it is light enough, but it's punchy enough for summer as well. And that's, you know, if you're a seasonal wearer, like, you don't have to let the season demand you wear specific things. But I do think that if you are a seasonal wearer, this will carry you through half the year. Another positive point about this collection that I liked is I was kind of expecting this to only be available as the 6-piece curated collection, but you can buy all of them individually because obviously 5 of them were already colors in Orly's line, but they are also selling the Adam Lambert designed shade on its own. So if you're like me and you already had a good sized chunk of the polishes in this 6-piece collection, you can just buy the individual shades that you need or want. So if nothing else, I definitely recommend getting the Adam Lambert shade, the Berry That. One thing I do want to say about Berry That, though, is when I first saw this, I was like, I swear Orly has a polish that looks like this. And they do, but they don't, okay? So if you have Freudian Flip, this is in the breathable line. And as you can see, it's a little bit lighter and it's got kind of more of a shimmerier texture to it, whereas this one leans more metallic. And so, you know, you don't need both, but if you had both, they're different enough, I think, that you could get away with it. Like the Berry That is way more purple in the bottle, and Freudian Flip definitely is more blue. And painted out, like, it's definitely apparent. Hopefully, I remembered to put in a comparison shot. So I'll stick that in if I have that for you guys. I've been trying to mentally prepare for Polish and Beauty Expo, so my brain is just kind of all over the place right now. But yeah, that is my review on the Orly's High Drama by Adam Lambert. Definitely not my typical type of collection. I do prefer when brands come out with like new shades, even like a Adam Lambert trio where he designed all 3. I think I definitely would have preferred that over a 6-piece collection where 5 of them were repromotes. But I do think that, you know, not everybody has my collection. So most people don't have like every Orly known to man, so they wouldn't have gotten doubles. So I have to kind of take a step back and look at this from a normal nail polish consumer standpoint. This isn't the worst move. I like new. I like new and fun and, you know, like that kind of stuff. And while this is still fun, I had half the collection. So I guess I kind of did get like a trio in a way. But yeah, that is going to be it from me. Let me know if you picked any of these up. Like I said, if nothing else, at least pick up the Adam Lambert one if you are an Adam Lambert fan, for sure. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.